shut your old ass up. All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, call on Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, giving all praises to the great Ali Shaidur of Israel, the great I am, the possessor of heaven and earth, and of the spirits of heaven and earth. Also come before you in the name of Yahweh Shai, the Adonai, the Hamashiach, the light of this world, the one who died for Israel and rose to sit to become his father's royal right arm, my Redeemer, my Comforter, and my salvation, and the only one that plead his blood over Israel, the only nation granted for a salvation. Amen to that. Amen. And shout out to pretty much Great Millstone, for giving us the wisdom and knowledge and truth, and not only getting us to go back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but to prepare us for these strange and wonderful and dark times ahead of us. They do their research, they do everything in their power to let us know what's going on, all the way from breaking down Bible scriptures to going into history, connecting history to the Bible. They do it all. So much, give much respect to them, much respect. Shout out to the Akim, the brothers that's in the Word, and whether you be from a camp or not, you still go out there to the highways and byways and do the best that you can. Much love to you, brothers. Shout out to the sisters, the Aqua, the beautiful women that's in the Word. And there's not too many of y'all, even though you don't have a man, you fear the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You listen and you learn in silence. Coming back at you with another episode through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, in the name Yahushai. And this one is titled "Everybody Wants to Be an Israelite." So yeah, and I say that because it's a lot of things that's going on around me, and I see a lot of racism going on, and a lot of prejudiceness happening towards the black people, and it's crazy because not only that, you see people trying to be like us, weird shit from Chinese boys happen to dress like us, to white people saying nigga, to white women dating black women, on a massive scale, and still we still get the blunt side, and we still get the bad side, and it's real confusing because it's like, okay, everybody wants to be an Israelite, but they are against us and they hate us for who we are. So I had to get a little bit into that. Sorry for my last episode, I had to skip it. It's been rocky as fuck, and been through a lot of extreme changes as well. It's from coming back to the slums, going back to the high roller areas, and then back up in the slums, where the Israelites are, and just going roundabout has been kind of adventurous and comfortable and uncomfortable. So, I had to skip it again and just do what I had to do and deal with these changes. But, I haven't gave up solely, and it's even hard to find a fucking spot to do this. This place is, I don't know. I ain't been here in a long time, but this place is the living conditions of the Israelites is terrible, man. Like, I understand that I've been living there. I've been living in these conditions, but like over here, I don't know, it just got worse. Like these and I'm pretty sure the majority of these guys are 2/3, so they don't really care. They don't really give a damn. Like, they don't care about who they are. They just unaware. They just just living their lives and doing whatever they see fit, whatever they think is, right, but, I digress. So, that's what the title is. I'm going to just go ahead and get into it. I don't really care about the area, even though the area is just horrible. Ugh. Because I've been doing it at this one spot for years, so it's been an extreme change in my life. So I'll end up from one place to another constantly. I just got to be able to hang on and to keep going, so, keep showing God that you love him and keep pressing on no matter what. Oh my goodness. This is getting ridiculous. it's a lot of stuff that's going on. That's why the white man got to pay, because look what you do to Jacob. Look what you do to the neighborhoods, and you force them to live like this, and you want them to be like this forever, and then you turn around and then you want to be just like us. You want to become us, you know? So it's just confusing. You know, I say, you know, fuck them, you know, fuck the white man, fuck those wicked ass Asians, fuck them fake ass fuck them Indonesians, fuck them motherfucking Palestinians, fuck them fake Israelites. You know, fuck all of them, man, because when you really look at this shit from what, you know, happened to, you know, our people, it's real fucked up, you know? And I don't care about the shit. Fuck the nigga lovers, fuck them all, man. I'm just not feeling it, especially, you know, how bad it is with them hating us for who we are and fucking not liking us, and then you got those of them joining us knowing that they don't belong, but they feel like, you know, the niggas are so cool that I can be with them, and, you know, I can become one of them, and, you know, the niggas is just loving. They got open arms to everybody, you know, despite, you know, how they treated, and despite, you know, how God's children is being harassed every day, and it's just a non-stop thing, you know. So I'm gonna get me some Bible scriptures. I'm gonna still do this anyway, but it's a little bit, I don't know, I'm kind of like, it's a hostile area, so I gotta be like careful, you know. And it's just more of a drug-wise than anything. You know, but thank the Lord, because I'm going to keep going regardless. And just do what I got to do. I'm not going to stop it, even though I stumbled. I'm not going to stop. So, you know, you keep going and you keep doing what you got to do. You know, the Lord is watching. So most importantly, I'll be all right. Just got to be careful around here. So it says, Psalms 84. It says, how lovely is your tabernacle, O Lord of hosts. It says, my song Lord, longs, yes, even faints for the efforts of Yahweh. My heart and my flesh cry out for the living God Yahweh. So, you know, giving much praises to Yahweh Hashem Shai for making us who we are, because everybody hates us, but everybody wants to be us. Everybody wants to join us, you know, and that's all because of Yahweh Hashem Shai. Like one of the prophets said in GMS group, you know, they said the same thing I said yesterday, and it was real powerful because, you know, I've been dealing with a lot of jealousy. I've been dealing with a lot of racism and a lot of hatred, you know, and it's not coming from my people. It's coming from the other nations, you know, like from the Chinese all the way from, well, actually, some of it do come from my people, you know, because the Mexicans, they done clicked up with the white people, so they think that they are white when they actually, you know, natives. But, you know, we ain't gonna get too deep down in it. We just know that they clicked up with the white people, so some of them are, you know, white folks, and, you know, they just in a different skin. But as far as I'm concerned, you know, just dealing with heavy racism and heavy jealousy, you know, just for me being who I am, and just for me being strong, and, you know, me being black. So, you know, thank Yahweh for that. It says, even the sparrow has found a home. It says, and the swallow a nest for herself, where she may lay her young. It says, even your altars, O Yahweh of hosts, my King and my God, blessed are those who dwell in your house. It says, they will still be praising you. So that's what you should be doing. Like, your whole purpose in this life is to worship Yahweh, is to find your way back to Yahweh and to worship him. If he chooses you, then you should be worship him, and worship him in fear, and worship him in love, and worship him in being thankful, and thanking him for being for having mercy upon you, for even letting you live to see the day, you know, for giving you certain things, you know, for giving you everything, because everything is a blessing every day, you know, all the way from waking up to surviving another day, you know, to having a job, to provide for your kids, to have money. You know, everything that the Lord gives you is a blessing. So, you know, even when a man feels like, oh, he ain't got nothing at all, you do have a lot more. You do have a lot more than what you think you have. So for you to say that, and for you to be like you ain't got shit, is kind of ungrateful, because you got a lot of stuff that the Lord has given you that allows you to even live here in this world, and to be you know. So that is more important, you know. When you look at that and you think about that, you be like, damn, like, you know, the Lord do love me. I just got to be able to, you know, get up and do the work, do the things that's set before me, you know. So it's a lot of brothers out there that think like that, you know, and it's a lot of brothers that are just, you know, lazy minded, and they have to get up and they have to do these things. You got to get up, you got to worship, you got to show the Lord that you love him, you got to show that the Lord that you care. Otherwise, then, you know, what are you actually doing for your life? What are you actually doing about your life? Amen to that. So read some more. It says they will still be praising you. So that go from the prophets all the way down to, you know, the believers, you know, to people like me who believe. You know, we still show respect to Yahweh. We still love him. We still be praising him. We still worship him. One way you can do it is by going out to the highways and byways and just, you know, reading the Bible. And people ask questions, answer their questions, you know, get them to try and convert our people, to convert back to being an Israelite, you know. But if not, you will still be a sign, you know. You'll still be assigned to these people to know that, you know, the prophets was here, the believers was here, and they tried to warn you in many ways before the shit actually hit the fan. These things actually start rolling, because everything isn't planned, and everything is actually perfect, you know, for the apocalypse, as what you was said, or the end of days, or, you know, the war to end all wars. You know, everything is perfect. You got all the ingredients for these things to happen. So, you know, but the Lord has not allowed the chaos to break loose, you know, because it's not time yet. But he's given the Israelites as much time as they can to come back to him and to convert and to remember who they are. And, you know, believe it or not, it's a large number of Israelites that's waking up, remembering who they are, and, you know, getting their mind and body and their spirit in order, getting their kids in order, getting their family in order. It's a lot of them that are doing that. So, you know, that's the good part. You know, a good majority, not a majority, but a good, you know, amount of Israelites are waking up and realizing who they are, and coming back to the Father, and honesty, and you know, their spirituality. So yeah, it says, blessed is the man whose strength is in you, whose heart is set on pilgrimage. As they pass through the valley of Baca, they make it a spring. The rain also covers it with pools. They go from strength to strength. So what an Israelite man does, and this is why they so afraid of us and they so jealous of us, is that when God gives us strength, he can give us more strength, you know. So we become stronger and stronger when we in the truth, when we call on the Lord, we become stronger and stronger within our heart, within our minds, within our bodies. That's why in ancient times, a lot of majority of the Israelite men, they were buff, they were ripped, you know, and they were highly intelligent, and they had a lot of spiritual strength, because they was with the Lord, you know. And that's one thing that a lot of people hate about Jake, especially the Jakes that got it. Well, Jake in general, you know, he some of us know we buff, we smart, you know, we beautiful, you know, sexuality is strong, you know, we a lot more sensitive and a lot more understanding than most people. So it's just like people hate that on the low, and then they want to be a part of it. Like it's a saying, if you can't beat them, then join them, you know. So but they can't join us, you know, they can't be with us. It's impossible, you know. No matter how much you like them, no matter how much you want to date them and have kids by them, it'll never happen. It can't happen. So, you know, with that, when you really think about it, you know, it's just, you know, inevitable, you know, because the Lord chose us, and it's always going to stay like that, you know. But the jealousy is there all the way from us, just by you know, graduating and getting a degree or something and becoming a professor at per se Yale or something, which will never happen, you know. But it's like an expensive school, you know. It could happen, you know, a black, you know, professor at Yale, you know. It never has happened, but like, you know, it's possible. But I'm just saying, like, the height and the positions that a lot of the Israelite brothers is getting into is pretty fucking amazing. You know what, you know, you becoming one of the top athletes of the world, you know. You beating everybody that's in your way. Like, you know, stories like Jesse Owens, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, you know, Thomas Edison. Well, not Thomas Edison. I was the man who made the light was black, you know. So, you know, just by you working out alone, and it causes you attention, you getting attention from white women, Chinese women, Indonesian women, you know, and you getting attention from white men, you know, all kinds of other races, and it makes them jealous, it makes them hate us, because our bodies are stronger, we have more perfection than others, and we just, that it, you know. So don't be surprised when you got motherfuckers that's jealous of you and hating on you. Why? Because it's something that you're doing that's better than what they're doing, you know. And that's what God gave you. When you're in the word, you get stronger, you stronger. For example, me, you know, I came from not being a dumb idiot, and from not having the knowledge, you know, to having the knowledge and being knowledgeable and studying and opening my mind, and, you know, giving the prophets a chance, you know, going out there to the highways and byways, another strength, you know, going to push the word in my own way, you know. I don't have a group, but, you know, I still go out there and do it to the best of my abilities, you know, push the word to the best that I can, and become stronger. You know, this is what made me stronger. Then the Lord had gave me other gifts, like, you know, the gift of strength. That was one thing for me. You know, he sent me to the gym, and, you know, ever since then I've been getting bigger and bigger and stronger, you know, from strength to strength, you know. It makes perfect sense. So it says each one appears before Yahweh in Zion. It says, O Lord of hosts. It says, hear my prayer, give ear, O God of Jacob. So who is he? He's nobody else's God but our God, you know, God of Jacob. So that's one thing too, that the whole fucking world, they say that they all Israelites. How the fuck is you gonna be all Israelites when only one group is Israelites? How is that even possible? So they say that we all gonna make it. See, this is what the prophets are defeating daily. Like, it's not even a battle. They're defeating this daily, but they keep coming with all the lies and all the illusions and all the programming, because the Israelites are programmed. They actually believe that they are Christians and they are part of a Greek religion. They don't mind it to be that way. So, you know, they teach their kids, and their kids teach their kids teach their kids, from generation to generation. It's locked in, it's real strong, and it's all based off slave trade. You know, these teachings, all the way from those schools, you know, to you telling your kids how you think and what you feel about the world. All of that, if it's not in the right guidance, which most likely is not, then you suffer from Stockholm syndrome, meaning that you stuck a part of this daily pattern. You know, this pattern that's been going on forever about these lies, these illusions, these fake religions, with the way the world is, how it works. And then, you know, only so few of us break out of it, you know. Only so few of us grow up, and then it's like, okay, that's what's not true. That's not true about the world. This religion is fake, you know. This is who we are, this and that, and this and that. This is where we come from. You know, a very few of us break out of that matrix that so many of us is born in and grow up in, and just live in it, you know. So it's a lot of Israelites that are like that. The only time they're gonna be proven wrong is when the nuclear event happened. Like the Lord said, when World War III get out of hand and these nuclear bombs start hitting, that's when they're going to change. That's when the rest of the 2/3 they're gonna want to believe. But time's out, you know, time's up. Like right now, you can tell if there was an hourglass and an hourglass full of sand, you can tell how much time that we have left. That's how bad it is. You know, a nice little pile of grains of sand left, you know, before all this shit hit the fan. You know, you can tell, especially with the wars and the rumors of wars and the World War III just being declared. It's everywhere. It's all on the goddamn news and stuff. Them talking about that, even though it's fear mongering right now, you know, and it's scaring people right now, and it's just rumors. It's still evident that it's getting closer and closer to those events. So it's just like they're not gonna understand it until it happens. So it says, O Yahweh, behold our shield, and look upon the face of your anointed, for the day in your courts is better than 1,000. It says, I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of Yahweh my God than dwell in the tents of wickedness, for Yahweh is a sun and a shield, and the Lord will give grace and glory. It says, no good thing will he withhold for those who walk uprightly. That's right. So if you in the word and if you seek in the Lord's mercy, you get a lot of good things from God, and you get a lot of things that will make you a better person, and it will make you stronger from strength to strength. You get the wisdom, you get the knowledge, you get the understanding. You know what the world is really about. You figured out the truth about everything. Some prophets, they know all things. They know from all the way from math to fucking geometry, no, from geology to fucking history and to constellations. They know it all, man. Some of them, they got that mindset, to where the Lord is elevating them and making them extremely smart. Some of them got the ability to see these evil spirits, which most of us do. You see things that aren't there. What people don't understand, you understand it. You perceive it better. Some of us have mastered our emotions strongly, able to control ourselves, able to reject certain things that we don't need, able to sacrifice when we need to, able to have that endurance to keep going. The Lord got that when you put off the wickedness, like he said, a day and your course is better than 1,000. Even if I had one day under that, it will be better, then and I will be taking refuge in the Lord than to be outside in this world and dealing with all this wickedness and caught up in drama, violence, drugs, all of that stuff that's poisoning you in this world, just to spend a day within God's course, just for notice. If you can only know this truth for a day, it would be so satisfying, and it would set you free to where you would never want to leave, man. You would never want to leave the truth. No, I don't, because it helped me and it bettered me as a person, and it made me stronger, But, you got to start somewhere, and that's where a lot of brothers is fucking up at. That's where a lot of our people is fucking up at, to where they got to be able to start somewhere, and to keep it going and to not stop and don't give up. You might stumble a little bit, we all fuck up, but for you to pick it up and say, and to keep going and not give up is really, it's something to Yahweh, something to the Lord for you to do something like that. So it says, oh Yahweh, blessed is the man who trusts in you. That's right. Psalms 85. Yahweh, you have been favorable to your land. You have brought back the captivity of Jacob. You have forgiven the iniquity of your people. So one thing, where is where is a man most trapped at? His mind. That's where a man is most trapped at. So the Lord had to set us free mentally, and we were trapped in our mind for a long time. So the Lord had to get rid of all the shit that was in our way to clear it out, so he could put the new in, out with the old and in with the new, so we can become a new person, like God say, put off the old man and put on a new man. And it says, you have brought back the captivity of Jacob. So those of us that were spiritually set free from this place, that was because we know we can never leave, so that we have to be set free spiritually, and go back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So it says, you have forgiven the iniquity of your people. You have covered all their sin. You have taken away all your wrath. You have turned from the fierceness of your anger. Restore us, O God of our salvation, and cause your anger toward us to cease. So we starting to elevate. Those of us that's in the truth, or, just Israel in general, it's starting to elevate and to become stronger, But mainly it's the Israelites that's in the truth that's elevating, becoming stronger, becoming better, becoming smarter. And, like a city set on a hill, nobody can miss it. You can't miss it, It's all in your face. It's there for you day after day. I notice it all the time. Certain people that didn't fear me, now that I got the Spirit on me, they fear me. They're afraid of me. They respect me. Certain people that, want to do me harm, they don't want to do me harm now. They want to see me do better, and they want to see me move forward. That's the kind of attitude that the Lord would bestow on, the kind of blessing that God would bestow on certain people that decide to come back to him. That's what makes us strong and makes us stand out, the Spirit of Yahweh. Without that, without that light, we'll be just like everybody else. you ain't gonna be noticed, if you don't have that spirit on you, so that right there is fucking important, to have the spirit on you and to know, you know, uh these things, and to know your surroundings, and the more you get into it, the more you'll notice it out of people. People got eyes, people be watching, they might say nothing, they might not have nothing to say at all, but based on your actions and it changes around you, then, like I said, that's how people get jealous, that's how people hate, you know like for example, I was at the mannequin. I was at the mannequin at the fucking getting my car checked out, and I was wondering, I was feeling his energy off this Chinese guy, and he had this such prejudiceness, and he had like a racist a way about him. It was just weird. He was just acting all mean and stuff, but to the other Chinese dude or the Mexican dude, whoever the fuck he is, he was acting cool, but towards me, it was a lot of negativity. I can feel it, and it was fucking annoying. Like, he just knew better than me. Like, he was just on top, he was just smart, because he's a mechanic. So, but hindsight, he dressed like me, and he want to act and sound like us. Like, on the hindsight, he kind of sound like himself, but the way his attire was and how he was dressing, I'm like, shit, fuck that, nigga. Why don't your Chinese ass dress like one of them monks, nigga? Like, fuck. Cut your hair bald and wear a goddamn robe, because you wearing niggas attire and all these clothes that niggas wear. You're not black, the way he tilted his hat and all that. And then I know he looked at my car and he was just kind of, I don't know whether he was jealous or what, but he sure was acting hella weird, and it was all towards me, And you wonder why you did what you did wrong or how you disrespected them. No, you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't disrespect nobody. It's just the way that they see you, So I'm all like, I knew that. And I'm all like, no, fuck your Chinese ass, bitch, because I didn't do shit. So you shouldn't be trying to sit here and treat me like, like I ain't shit. At least the Mexican nigga had a little bit more respect for me. But your Chinese ass, he didn't have much respect for me at all. And I didn't like that shit, But that's because they can see in you, They can see certain shit in you that they want, so. And they can never be, you feel me? So it's just like, fuck them, shit. I don't give a fuck. But that comes a lot from, who we are, Everybody, Jacob is so blind. Everybody know who we are but us, I mean, only few of us know, but, everybody else, every other Israelite don't know and they don't believe, so they got everybody continually laughing at us, But we know why. Just understand why these things are happening. It says, restore us, O Yahweh, God of our salvation, and cause your anger toward us to cease. It says, will you be angry with us forever? It says, will you prolong your anger to all generations? It says, will you not revive us again? It says that your people may rejoice in you. Show us your mercy, Yahweh, and grant us your salvation. I will hear what God the Lord will speak, for he will speak peace to his people and to his saints. But let him not turn back to folly. Let them not turn back to folly, right? It says, surely his salvation is near to those who fear him. It says that may dwell in our land. That glory may be dwelling in our land. It says mercy and truth have met together. Righteousness and peace have kissed. It says the truth shall spring out of the earth, and the righteousness shall look down from heaven. That's right. The Lord is looking down on us. So that's why a lot of us are, elevating and becoming better, because the Lord is paying attention and he is answering the children of Israel. Those who call, the Lord will answer. And trust me, the Lord has answered me, and the Lord has helped me in my most dire situations. Somehow, some way, before my ground hit the back, he always catch me. Before my back hits the ground, he always catch my ass. So, that's I don't know. It's just hard, for you to be, with Yahweh, you can be untouchable. If the Lord don't want you touched, you won't be touched, That's just how it is. But, I seem to worm my way out of shit, even when I feel like there's no way out, but that's the Lord making a way out of no way, so, it just feels good to know that Yahweh got my back, and you'd like the Lord say, God is a secret, you know. The true God of the Bible is it's a known secret, actually. So anybody that don't know this is a fucking idiot. But you know, it's not. It's a known secret. Let's just say it like that. I'm hungry. Later, soon I'll go get me something to eat. It says. It says truth shall spring out of the earth. So that's what's happening. The truth is coming out of the Israelites because they the earth, you know, they're the earth. So it's coming out of us, and most of us are declaring who we are and who we stand for, you know, and telling the truth about our people, trying to get them to wake up and to convert, etc. You know. It says. It says, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Amen. It says, yes, Yahweh will give what is good, and our land will yield its increase. It says, righteousness will go before him, and shall make his footsteps our pathway. It says, I don't know. It says, Psalms 86, bow down your ear, O Yahweh, and hear me, for I am poor and needy. Preserve my life, for I am holy. That's right, because the ones that don't have shit are the children of Israel. And we live in the worst conditions. Like right now, I'm in the worst condition. I'm in the worst part of town right now, you know, and I don't have shit and I don't have nothing. The only thing that I got is Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, and that's it. You know, that's all that I've got. And he's making a way and he's taking care of me, you know, and the Israelites are the holy children, you know. So when you convert and you become an Israelite, you go back to striving to be holy, to be perfect, even though we cannot be that in this body. In the next body we will, but we can at least practice it before we get there, like the prophets say. At least practice it before you get there, you know. It says, you are my God, and who's poor and who's needy, but who still are holy is that the children of Israel. And all the nations, they see it, and all the nations know it. It's not really a surprise by the performance that Jacob, the performance that Jacob does, you know, and how we strive and how we overcome things, you know, and how we endure, because you know, the children of Israel have been through a lot of shit, and you know, we go through a lot of oppression, and still to this day we suffer from the repercussions of the slave trade and from the prejudiceness and just fucking this fucking white nigga keeping his foot on our neck. So it's just like, you know, we can never rise up. You know, they trying to keep it that way, but you know, it's been getting harder and harder for the devil to keep his foot on the children of Israel's neck. You know, it's too difficult. We becoming too strong, and you know, all in all, it's because of the Israelites that came back, you know. The rest of these 2/3 is just like, whatever. But, you know, in general wise, you know, the children of Israel are becoming stronger. They're getting into seats of power, you know, and they getting into higher and higher rankings and becoming stronger and stronger. And it's all the way from those of us that are higher up to those of us that are lowly. Those of us that were weak, we are now strong. You know, some of us that was smart was dumb. Some of us that was drug addicts are sober. You know, it's a lot of increase, you know, for Yahweh Shem Shai. For those of us that call, the Lord is going to answer, you know. And he makes us an example to other Israelites that feel like they can't do it, that feel like they can't make it. Well, there is a way. If you take that way, it might not be easy, but hey, it's going to condition you, and it's going to make you into the person that the Lord wants you to be, and you'll become stronger, you know. Because the journey is uncomfortable, yes, but, you know, overall, I've reaped a lot of benefits off following the Lord, and I'm going to continue to follow Yahweh, and I'm going to continue to reap as long as he allows me to. So, you know, it feels good. You know, I'd rather follow him. That's why I'm out here today. You know, I'm trying to find an appropriate spot for me to stand at and for me to do my highways and byways thing, but, you know, it's just difficult for me to get comfortable in an environment that's constantly changing. But you know, I promised the Lord that I would hang on. I wouldn't just give up, you know, and I would keep enduring, you know, until all these times happen. Because I want to show Yahweh Shem Shai, the Lord, that I love him too, and that I seek his mercy. And hopefully he preserve me, you know. Hopefully, you know. You never know how the Lord feels. You never know. It says, be merciful to me. It says, save your servant who trusts in you. It says, you are my God, save your servant who trusts in you. It says, be merciful to me, O Yahweh, for I cry to you all day long. Rejoice the soul of your servant. That's right. So what makes me happy is to know that the Lord got my back. You know, what makes me happy is that the Lord makes a way for me. What makes me happy is that the Lord gives me my daily strength and my daily bread. You know, just enough for me to get by. And that's exactly what's most important. I ain't got to be the richest man. You know, I ain't got to be the man with the best job. You know, I just want to be me. And I got Yahweh beside me. That's what makes me rich. And the Lord is like, I make you rich. You know, so me being an Israelite, me being a son of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is my riches. That's my gold. That's my power. That's what makes me important. Without that, I ain't nothing, you know? It says, for you, O Yahweh, are good and ready to forgive and abundant in mercy to all those who call upon you. That's right. And abundant in mercy to all those who call upon you. Yep. So when you call upon the Lord will give you mercy. The Lord will give you a chance. You know, the Lord will give you leadway. You know, when you call upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, he can make things lighter. He can make your life easier. As long as you follow him and you strive towards him and you do the best that you can to show that you love him, the Lord will work with you, you know. But if you don't mean it and you dishonest in your heart, you know, then you can always see who the Lord is working with and who the Lord ain't working with, you know. So if the Lord is not giving a fuck about other nations, you know, if God don't care about the other nations, then he don't give a fuck about them. Fuck them. You can see that by the way he treating them. He's making them fight each other. You know what I'm saying? They blowing up each other. You know, they blowing up each other. They hustling each other. Like, what kind of shit is that? If y'all was a part of the same group, you know, if y'all was all together, y'all wouldn't be doing the shit that y'all do. But the God don't care about them. He's sending horrible disasters at them, like floods and hurricanes and starvation and bug plagues and shit. I'm trying to tell you, when Yahweh is doing the work, when he's doing work and he's putting in work, you can see that shit, man. You can definitely see when the Most High is working in somebody's life, and that's what's making the nations angry, because the Lord is allowing us to rise up, you know? Like that shit that's going on in Israel. If it increases, if it goes too far, and when eventually it will, World War III will happen, and the Israelites, the fake Israelites out there, get their ass blown up out of that bitch. Everybody is going to realize who is the missing king, the missing nation. They're gonna realize that the Israelites got spread across the world, and they mainly to the Americas, but everywhere else around the world. So they're gonna realize that, you know, at some point they're gonna know that we the Israelites that the Bible is talking about. A lot of them believe it, but the majority of them don't. You know, so it's just like, fuck them. You know, fuck y'all motherfuckers. But that's what's making them jealous. That's what's making them so angry at us, is because you can't stop prophecy. You can't stop what's written. You can't change what's written. Like right now, they got so many goddamn different doctrines out there that's changing the Bible for what it is, you know, and making up different books that didn't even exist in the goddamn book. But they say that it do, from their own philosophy and their own twisted ass mind. You know, all the way from the fake ass Quran to the fucking Chinese Bible that they got, you know, to the stupid ass Muslim book, you know, to the books of Adam and Eve, all that shit, man. That shit bullshit. It's not in the Bible. It's not canon, you know? It's not in the King James book, and it's not in the Vulgate Bibles. It's not in those old Bibles. The only thing that's in those old Bibles, the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Apocrypha. You know, the secret book that was inside of the Bible. And there's other books that's missing, but it's definitely not them fucking books that they talking about. No. It says, give ear, O Yahweh, to my prayer, and attend to the voice of my supplications. In the day of my trouble, I will call upon you, for you will answer me. That's right. Among the gods, there is none like you, O Yahweh, nor are there any works like your works. Because none of the gods don't save these people. And none of the gods that our people pray to right now can't save them. The only God that can save them is Yahweh. It says, all nations whom you have made shall come and worship before you, O Yahweh. It says, and you shall glorify your name, for you are great and do wondrous things. You are alone, are God. See, right there. And that's exactly why the nations hate, because they gonna have to worship Yahweh Shem Yahushai soon. You know, when it happens, they gonna have to bend to his will. They gonna have to serve the Israelites. They gonna have to fear him, you know, because he is the only God. That Yahweh Shem Yahushai is the God that's killing killing our enemies. He's the ones that's destroying them. He the one that's sending these plagues, these big ass storms. He the one that's corrupting their economies. He's degrading them from the inside. He's making them betray each other. He's the one that's doing all of this shit, you know. And there's no other God. It's not old Buddha. Buddha is doing this. Old Kali is doing this. Old Zeus is doing that. No, them gods don't even fucking exist, you know. So they not the cause of this. They just some made up things, you know, to replace the original God, because they don't like the fact that God is not for them, you know. They even made up a counterpart of God, which is the white God that's in the fake Christianity, you know. The one that the white supremacy God, the one that they tried to get us to worship. And at first some of us was fine with it, but when we grew up and we grew out of the truth and we moved on, God grew up out of Christianity and we moved on, we figured out that shit wasn't real. You know, we figured out that shit was a slave trade tactic to keep us obeying white people and worshiping them. As simple as that. Like I said, I even started, we all came from the lie, but we came into the truth at the end of the day. So, you know, when it's all said and fucking done, you know, that's just what it is. That is the truth, you know. And you supposed to, at some point, you're supposed to mature and grow up out of the lies. That's what's supposed to fucking happen. You're supposed to grow up and realize that all that bullshit that your fucking parents taught you, all that shit that's going on in these schools and all this shit that you learned as is all fake. It's all a lie. You know, the Yahweh is the truth. The Bible is the truth. And when you're trained correctly and you read it correctly, you get the truth, you know? Shit, it was hard for me to accept, but I accepted it. And it says, among the gods, there is none like you. Oh, wait, I read that. It says, teach me your way, O Lord. I will walk in your truth. Unite my heart to fear your name. I will praise you, O Yahweh, my God, with all my heart, and I will glorify your name forevermore. For great is your mercy towards me. It says, and you have delivered my soul from the depths of Sheol. Right. And those depths of Sheol is hell, man. It can be spiritually, it can be mentally, it can be fucking physically, man. But the Lord can deliver you from all these scenarios, you know. That's where Jake is at. Some of these Jakes is in some of these Jakes are in the mental hell. Some of them are in the physical hell. No, spiritual hell. Some of them are in the physical hell. But the Lord can deliver you from all of that, you know, because hell is a living condition too, you know. He can put you in a position to where, you know, you doing better. Put you in a position to where you coming up in the world. You know, not that like the world matters, but the Lord, Yahweh, can do this. He can make a rich man poor. You know, he can make a small man great, you know. So that right there is real important, you know. Know that Yahweh can do all things, and he's going to always be able to make a way for you, you know. But you got to wait. Sometimes it can be years. Sometimes it can be days. Sometimes it can be months. Sometimes it can be a century or two, you know, decade or two. But when your time comes and your name is called, you know, he gonna put you somewhere, you know. He gonna take care of you. In the depths of Sheol, because a lot of us are poor, man. A lot of us is coming out of that subconscious, that mental state of hell, you know. That mental state of hell, all the way from believing that there is a hell, you know, from dealing with fucking the ghetto and dealing with these terrible ass fucking neighborhoods and shit. You know, the Lord can pull you out of all of that shit, man. You know, especially that stupid ass Christianity, that mental hell shit. Oh, if I mess up, I'm gonna burn. I gotta stay sober. I gotta do this and that. No, it's a little bit more easier than that, you know. You know, the hard part is when you gotta do it, but when you come out of it, it's not so bad, you know. At least you know that you don't go burning in a fucking hell and you don't get to see God. No, it don't work like that, homie. It don't work like that at all. But that's what people believe. So it's real. It's a real joke, you know. That's what our people believe. They feel like if they die, they gonna go to hell and they gonna burn underground. And no one has never discovered this fucking place, but they gonna burn in the hell forever and ever and for eternity. And God don't care about them. God don't want to see them. Nah. It says, oh God, the proud have risen against me. That's right. These fucking losers, they hate me. These motherfuckers are afraid of me, because of who I am and what I stand for, and who is over me. Yahweh is over me. These nations and these rest of these people, these white people, they jealous. These motherfucking Chinese people, they hate us, all the way from fucking stinking ass Muslims and these Indonesian motherfuckers. They don't like us because they know exactly who we are. They know that they know that we God children. So and it's making them angry because they can't change that fact, and they never fucking will. You never fucking will change that fact, and you'll never be a part of it. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. Racist, evil ass motherfuckers want to treat the children of God like they ain't shit, and then want to say that we all a part of that. We're a part of being God's children too. No, the fuck you ain't. I don't understand. That's what Christianity do. Christianity make you think that you're a part of something that you never belonged in, and make you feel comfortable. All the way from gay people talking about they can be Christians to motherfuckers saying that just because our people oppressed your people and killed your people and y'all still like this to this day, we can still be Christians. We can all get along. We could be a part of Israel too. No, the fuck you can't. That shit don't work like that. It says, a mob of violent men have sought my life and have not set you before them. But you, O Yahweh, are a full of compassion and gracious, long-suffering and abundant in mercy and truth. Oh, turn to me and have mercy on me. Give your strength to your servant. There you go right there. Give your strength to your servant, That's what Yahweh is doing, making us strong so we can fight off our enemies, so we can thwart these wicked 2/3, all the way to giving the strength to defend ourselves from the other nations and these other wickedness and all manner of evil. Yahweh is the sword and he's the shield. I'm about to get ready to close out in a minute. It says long suffering and abundant in mercy and truth. So he gives you the endurance. So you feel like you suffering, he gonna give you the endurance to keep you going. When you feel like you breaking down, he gonna pick you up and he gonna carry you to where you need to be. The Lord is going to do all those things for you, and he's going to take care of you and have your back. When you feel like it ain't no way, he going to make a way. When you feel like this is the end, this is actually the beginning. The Lord, Yahweh, is like that, man. If you got to trust in him and know that he got your back. And it be times where it get hella scary. It be times where it get hella dark, but you still got the light, and the Lord will make a way for you. It be times where you're tested, and you got it. The Lord trying to see how you gonna react and how you gonna be able to deal with these different situations. You will be tested. It is uncomfortable, but you will make it. You will overcome. Like it says, a chance comes upon all men. You'll get a chance to do it again. You'll get a chance to do better. You'll get a chance to try it again. And this has come with different obstacles of life. I'm not talking about the Israelite thing and all of that. No, I'm talking about the Israelite thing. I'm not talking about nothing else, Like, if I fuck up on weed, I got a million other times with God to keep trying to quit. No, you better fucking quit, nigga, and just throw that shit away. Be done with that shit, I'm about to close out, though. Because it's getting dark, and this is not a good place. When it gets dark around here, this shit ain't cool, man. It's already abundant of fucking oppressed people that's around this motherfucker. And, it's a lot of these fucking homeless people, the lost children of the Israelites, that are around. And when it gets dark, it ain't a good spot. I'm going to just find me something to eat and do it like that. But as far as I'm concerned, everything is going to get better if you focus on him. Don't focus on nobody else. And shit, you can laugh at them haters. Fuck them niggas, man. Them niggas is fucking haters, man. They want to be with us. They want to be a part of us, but they fucking can't. Like the Lord say, the best thing you could do, the only thing you could do is get ready to worship me. Get ready to worship and kiss my children's feet. Get ready to worship and kiss my son's feet, because that's all you gonna have, man. That's all, and the Lord don't care. He don't give a fuck about them. They cannot be saved. They cannot be helped. Look what the fuck they did, man. Look what they did to the Israelites. They left us with no money. They don't want to give us our reparations or our royalties back. They don't want to put us all in better communities. They don't want to better us and teach and allow us to teach our kids and give us all black schools. They don't want to get rid of these bitch ass churches and tell our people exactly what's going on. They want to keep making money off them, keep pumping them up with lies. They want to keep overflowing our asses with drugs, even though that's not seeming to be working. It's only working for a majority of us, but it's a good amount of us that's changing and becoming better people, and that's not what they want. They don't want us to think differently. They want us to think all the same when it don't work like that. It don't work like that. God don't want everybody. Shit, and best and believe he pissed off at these Israelites too, man. They don't want to change. They don't want to do shit. They like to be the way they are, They like to do whatever the fuck they want, not understanding that there's laws. There's laws in this world that they gotta follow, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he got laws. It's not what they want to do, it's what God wants from them. But if they want to continue and be, the way they are, then so be it. Shit. The Lord is not gonna care about them if they don't come seek him. He's not gonna seek them. You gotta go looking for Yahweh. Yahweh is not gonna come looking for you. And that's the true lesson. And that's what they fail to think. They think that the Lord, oh Lord Jesus, come into my heart and bless me and this and that. No, that shit don't work like that, man. You gotta go and find Yahweh. Like I say, seek the Lord while he may be found. Because one day, you're gonna realize that it was a way to find the Lord, but it ain't gonna be no way. It's gonna be a wrap for you. That's gonna be the end for you. That's it. That's all. You had all the time in the fucking world, metaphorically speaking, to fucking find Yahweh Shem Yahushua, to find the Lord, to seek his love and seek his mercy. Nobody wants to, the rest of our brothers and sisters don't want to do that. They want to be the way they are, not knowing that they're living in times of great change. All the way from World War III to an economic crash to the invasion of these stinking ass nations, these stinking ass weird evil niggas that's coming from different places, and they getting paid to come down here so that one day they can invade us. All this weird shit is just signs of major change, extreme change, Ain't shit going back to the way it was. Ain't nobody gonna go back to drugs after this. It ain't gonna be no food after this. It ain't gonna be no shelter after this. It's not going back to normal. You gotta prepare to where the disasters is the new norm. You gotta prepare for mass death, mass destruction, mass chaos, because it's getting to the point to where these nations are so jealous that if these prophecies continue to fulfill themselves, they exposing who we really are, they gonna be jealous and they gonna wanna attack. They gonna wanna do something. Something gonna have to happen to them. We ain't gonna just sit here and let them take the throne and take power, even though, and throughout Yahweh's design, he's gonna give power to us. And we're gonna take it, and through his grand design, he's gonna give it. So that shit right there is detrimental, man. That's exactly what they afraid of, man. But fuck what they afraid of, man. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. Like one of the prophets said, fuck them. They gonna be slaves and they gonna serve the Israelites. There's no way out of this. There's no escape. He that leadeth captivity must go into captivity. He who killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. And this is the faith and patience of the saints. Niggas suffered to see this shit happen. People suffered to see this shit happen. People died hoping that they would see the day that Yahweh will come and will spread his mercy and show his love and come and redeem them. So happy are the people that see the coming of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And I hope and I pray that I live to see those events too, because I want to see that shit. It's not something that if I die, I die. That's nothing wrong with that. But I would love to see these events happen and shit for it to take root, because that's just what it is, man. I want to be there to see that shit. But if I gotta go, then so be it. But I'm about to close out a little earlier than what I'm supposed to, because it's getting dark and I got to get out of here. But call on Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, and Em Yahushai. And I love you guys. And to the next episode, Shalom.